Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays FTL. I'm gonna start a new game. We had a really bad run last time. I can't remember what we used on the last run. Holy crap, was it the Lanius cruiser or was it the stealth cruiser? I think we're due for a run with the stealth cruiser, let's put it that way, and I've mucked around a little bit with this off camera and have not had very good success. First off, I think it's because this is a silly name, the Nasaccio. We should just call this Hollow Man starring Hollow Man Star? That just sounds like some kind of nightmarish SCP creature. We're gonna play on easy, because I solicited recommendations on what to do with the stealth cruiser, how to succeed with the stealth cruiser on your first run, roughly. People told me, first off, best of luck, because it's apparently one of the hardest ships to succeed with in the game. And secondly, save scrap, get shields, and then third, play on easy, because good lord, apparently it's an exceptionally difficult, ship to succeed with. But I have heard of some people that are like, yeah, for some reason, like, it just resonates with me and I do very well with it. I doubt I will be in that same boat. Now, what I will say, we'll power up both of these weapons here. Let's talk about what the stealth cruiser has. I didn't take a chance to do that. It's got a mini beam. The mini beam is cheap and weak. It's not very long, but it does do 1 damage to each room that it hits. We have dual lasers, which are just basically burst laser Mark 1 that shoots twice. We have long range scanners, which lets us see combat in case we want to get it, or we can avoid it also because our ship is very weak. And titanium system casing, which gives us a 15% chance to negate damage on a system when getting hit, although hull damage will still take place. So, again, viable strategies I've heard. Use your cloak, dodge everything that you possibly can. This is why I'm getting involved in combat here, by the way, right off the bat. Because I see that they have a missile launcher and an ion weapon. And we're just going to cloak a little bit and see what they're going to hack. Okay, they're going to hack our door system, which, to be honest with you, that's probably the best way that could have gone. Let's see if we can take out their weapons quickly. Oh, well, that's good enough. And then we can probably hit hacking and weapons here. And hopefully, that's not going to take out their missile launcher, and I won't be able to dodge their missiles. And they took out our weapon system, which is actually pretty bad for business here. We will be able to cloak in a second. I can't believe they put out the fire already. All right, so this is obviously not going very well. But the next time they fire that missile, we'll cloak out of the way, like so. Oh, okay, never mind. That'll still hit us. I mean, we did only have a 60% dodge chance as a result of that. But this will give us a chance to fire dual lasers out of this, and that'll be good enough to take out their weapons again. And by now, you're probably starting to understand what the problems are with the stealth cruiser. Without a shield, we are extraordinarily vulnerable. Using the cloak effectively is going to be enormously important. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to use it as effectively as one person would need to use it in order to succeed. The mini beam is also kind of like comically bad, but we can get new weapons soon. We got a new crew member. That's awesome. Apparently it's also fairly likely that you will get, I guess, where do we put this guy? We'll put him in the door room to start with. Apparently it's extremely likely that shops will contain the shield upgrade, and it costs something like 125, 150, somewhere along those lines. We're gonna have to go to this one to get over to the other side. So if I can get a first bar of shields up, then we start with cloaking, which is effectively, we're not gonna surrender to slavers, obviously, which is effectively a 150 scrap value, but then we spend a lot of that on shields just to get it, but, we have cloaking, which is cool. So let's wait for them to shoot, and then we'll cloak. So those shots have a 90% chance to miss now. And then as we're about to come out of this, we're gonna hit them twice like so. That actually did manage to hit their shields, which is ideal. And we can hit pilot, oxygen, and weapons here. Good, that's good. That's gonna really lower their dodge chance. They do still have lasers that we can shoot. We can't do shit about it. I've also heard that a pretty viable strategy, god damn it, a pretty viable strategy is to take your dodge chance as high as I can get. Take your dodge chance higher. Boom, boom, ba-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. You guys listen to Creed? Creed's pretty good, right? Yeah, you're right, they're not. I'm going to accept their offer to give us a crew member, because effectively that's like 40 scrap. And in doing so, now we will have someone that we can put on our sensors, and that will give us second level sensors. So I'm not really getting as much scrap necessarily as I would like. I would like to get more scrap so I can have a better chance to buy shields. Just getting that first bar of shields up is super important, obviously. So I guess the trick is don't cloak right at the very start. Because instead, what you can do is wait for them to shoot, cloak out of the way, like that, and then have a 90% chance to dodge those shots. It didn't work out, obviously, but with 2 upgrades for engine or a better engineer, we can get to 100% dodge chance, which is where we want to be. Then we'll fire both lasers on shields, and then there's a fire in there, but I think we'll go for I really want to take their weapons offline, because I have to take their weapons offline. Can I hit weapons and shields? I can indeed. Let's try it like that. And I needed shields to be offline so we could sneak in another shot, right? With our dual lasers. Hopefully, they've opened up a breach, but that's okay as long as we can get in there before the oxygen becomes, you know, completely gone. 19 scrap as a result of that. I'm not used to taking so much hull damage so early. One of the other tips, by the way, that I got about the stealth cruiser, and if you're one of the people that offered some tips to me, thank you very much for your help. That it means the world to me and may actually give me a small chance of actually achieving some minor level of success. But was upgrade your cloaking as much as possible, because yes, obviously upgrading your cloaking would give you a better... I'm just trying to think of what we depower. It doesn't really matter, just to get this person back up to the level they should be at. Yeah, obviously getting a higher level of cloaking will give us more protection against shots because we'll be able to stay cloaked longer. But additionally, we could get like the stealth weapon augment, and that would really help out a lot. Basically, when I was like, hey, what are the best upgrades for a stealth cruiser? People were like, everything. You need fucking everything. So I'm starting to think that this ship is actually trash, which is why I'm playing it on easy. I'm going to buy 1 fuel for 2 scrap. 12 fuel is my completely arbitrarily agreed upon magic number. Now I am going to this beacon here because I want to get more scrap just in case there are shields in the upcoming area. So this is a scary one. I really hope that the missiles and the laser fire almost at the same time. Doesn't really matter because we don't have any shields, so they're both basically created equal. Please. Good. 2 misses. That's important. And we'll just wait for our cloak to come down, and then we'll fire twice on shields. And then once on... Ooh, we may be able to get oxygen in addition to... I wonder if we can actually hit, like, weapons, empty room, and oxygen. We can, because that'll give us 3 rooms of damage as opposed to just the 1. And we've really messed up their oxygen levels, which is great. But you can see why this first bar of shields is so important, because look at this bullshit. Like, this laser shot that they had here, if that didn't miss, we could have been completely screwed. Instead, we turned out okay. We got 29 scrap, we're up to 114. Can we get back from this way? You know, we could sell something at the store, but I think we'll just actually come back to this distress beacon and try this again. If I could get this first bar of shields up, I would feel very strongly, very positively about where we're at. We're actually in a great position here because we don't have to work through shields anymore. So we'll just wait. If I could fire before cloaking, I'm not going to get a chance to do that. Instead, we'll just cloak here. 90%. Oh my god, it still hit and opened up a breach. Kind of comical, to be honest with you. But we're going to come out of cloaking now, so I'll do that. And we'll also hit their piloting system and their... Yeah, that'll kill them. There we go. Okay. So fix up that breach, get to the mid bay. We'll figure this out. 12 scrap, another 21. And we know exactly which way we're going now. So if there are shields in here, we can buy them. We may or may not be able to power them up, but we can buy them for sure. Believe you me. You are going to be the greatest repairman, or repair lady, I'm not sure, that the world has ever seen. We should really save the layout that people are in. Have I done that? Yeah, I have. Okay. Alright, so this store is of critical importance. Please have the shield upgrade. That would make us extremely powerful, not that our weapons are very good. They do have shields. It's 125. And that's really all we would want here. So, we'll pick up shields. We can't power them up yet. Oh, we can, you know. First bar of shield is way more important than that extra 5% dodge chance. And we may actually want to just quickly pick up another bar of reactor power just to take that extra 5% dodge chance if we can get it. And now we're actually leaving this floor relatively safe because they're going to have to get through our cloak and shields. Mind you, cloak and shield, by the way, great name for a Lord of the Rings themed stealth ship. Thorn Cloak and Shield. I think someone told that to me on Twitter. But anyway, we also have another weapon, which I was going to mention as important, because how are we going to get through 2 bars of shields with what we have right now? It's basically impossible. I don't think Hull Laser 1 is really where I want to be investing 2 power. They have drones. Thank God we got the shield up, otherwise this drone would have torn us apart. Torn us apart? You know, remember Ian Curtis? Drones will tore us apart again. Anyway, let's cloak out of this. 85% dodge chance worked out very much in our favor. We go on shields with the dual laser. And that worked. And then we can hit probably pilot empty weapons. The mini beam is just so, like, impotent, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Hopefully they will miss with one of these shots, or they'll hit something that's not important. We'll see. Yeah, they missed with one of the shots. That's good enough. And then we'll hit oxygen and drone, just so they have some other stuff that they need to repair. They actually must have had 2 points in oxygen. But at least their drone is not going to be able to fire on us. until the drone system gets fixed. So we're just gonna bide our time here. And when their laser shoots, maybe we'll cloak, but first, we actually can just very quickly completely dismantle their ship instead. Good news. Okay. So the cloaking is important. This has a nearby sun, which we would, if possible, rather avoid. Weapon pre-igniter would help us out a lot. Dodge chance, better cloaking, etc., etc. We pretty much got exactly the same ship to fight against here. So again, what do? We wait for the shots to come in, and then we cloak out of the way. This is going to be something that is going to become a recurring theme. They've both fired now, so the stunner did miss, thankfully. We'll come in on the shields here. I realize that lowered our cloak a little bit, but I kind of feel like it doesn't matter. And we can hit piloting or oxygen. I almost feel like oxygen is a better thing to hit here, along with weapons, just so that they have to send someone in to fix it right away, otherwise they'll die. So that was my reasoning there. They've got the Mantis fixing oxygen, so that's going to be slow, to say the least. Come on, you can hit here. There we go. We've taken out their shields a little bit again. They've landed a shot on our piloting system, which is meaningless for now. But I need to get this dual laser shot in as quickly as possible, because they're going to hit us with another missile. We're not going to be able to cloak out of the way. But we can hit their... I'm going to hit their weapons again, and piloting, because they've been really annoying with that missile so far. Took a lot of hull damage, but apart from that, we're fine. 71 scrap, not fantastic, but... we're making progress. And we're gonna go this way now. So we're a little low on fuel, too. Oh, good, we're in danger. I did not expect that. Intruders on board. So that's the part that I was concerned about a little bit. Why don't you hide out over here? And let's finally take a look at how we want our ship to deal with borders. So it'll be something along these lines, like right here, I guess. I'd rather not have to take our weapons out to do this, but... we may have to. We may not have to as well. So we're just going to wait for them to break through this door, which should happen very soon. And we're going to close, like, this door behind them. No, we're not, because that'll lower the rate of deoxygenation, or whatever you would like to call it. So we're just going to constantly close doors on their path now. Making sure that there is still a path to the outside. Oh, they totally went into the shield room, which is a way better strategy for them. Then they're going to go in this way. You should probably go hide out in this room, my young human friend. They're all gonna die, but again, boarding proves to be more of a nuisance than anything else. They've got nowhere to run as soon as that room runs out of oxygen, so, actually, I should have closed some doors around them here, but it's not gonna be the end of the world. We have a Mantis in our door room that could sort that out for them. So we're just gonna open up all doors now that we've settled that. We should power up the medbay, for sure. So let's depower cloaking for a second, get the medbay powered up. You know what, Ryan, why don't you come in here? Liam, you too. And Narth, just a great name. You guys get that sorted out. We'll have you come fix this. And truth be told, that didn't go so badly. But again, getting 0 reward for that is always the most frustrating part of all. So we'll wait till everybody's healed, then just click this magic button here, get them sent back to the room where they belong. Where the eagles fly on the mountains high. Again, since these are long videos, I would like to take this extended repair as an opportunity to say thank you for the incredible support you've shown on the series so far. FTL continues to be some of the most fun that I have with my recording, and it's always nice to see that enthusiasm comes across in the way that people watch the content as well. So thank you very much for all the support, the likes, etc., etc., the subscriptions, and I know I'm not the #1 source for FTL content, but I'm trying to get there. Now, you detect and retrieve an escape pod floating nearby. You consider returning it to space when you learn its Mantis. Let's pry it open. I'm not happy about that. We lost our weapons personnel, and now we have 1 Mantis to fight. And probably the fastest way to fight him is just to do this now. This is frustrating because sometimes that works out and you get a Mantis crew member, which is obviously nice. Sometimes it doesn't work out and you just get screwed instead. But we managed to kill him. Medbay's still powered up, and the cloaking isn't. And our Mantis maybe doesn't go to doors anymore. He probably goes to... weapons instead, so what we might want to do is just upgrade our door power quickly. What is he good at anything? Is this no, he's bad at everything. Okay, so you come over here. Hopefully there's no store nearby, but the next thing we'll probably get is that 2nd level of cloaking. Help us help each other, if that makes sense. We really could use some fuel too. We're only at 5 here. We'll dock and try to rescue the survivors. And we picked up another Mantis crew member actually, who's not good at anything. Reminds me of another Mantis that we had earlier, but now he will be on our door system. Totally fine. Now, we'll continue jumping here. We kind of desperately need to get to a store at this point. Fuel's been kind of hard to come by. Should have bought more probably earlier. We can improve your reactor for 3 fuel. Unfortunately, as much as I would love to get a relatively cheap bar of reactor power, that's just not possible because I would have 1 fuel and then probably be screwed. Now, they have a beam drone and a laser. This is actually not that bad, even though it might look it to start with. They can get through our shields, but their first shot, at the very least, is going to get blocked by our cloaking, or they're going to miss with our cloaking. Now, here's what I'm hoping for, is maybe we can sneak in a shot on their shields. Actually, you know what? We should go on their weapons. I don't know. Let's go on their shields first. And then we can cloak, but I'd love to fire the mini-beam first. Can we fire the mini-beam? No. I botched that kind of grossly, actually. Let's get this out of control quickly. Knock that out there. Okay, so now we can cloak the next time they send a shot in, but they might not get a chance to send a shot in. Again, I can't stress enough that I botched this pretty badly, but as long as their weapons are offline, we don't have to worry about cloaking for now. Instead, we can just do this. Oh, we missed, but we can hit him where it hurts again. Oh, we didn't get their weapons this time. That's okay. This gives us a good opportunity to take advantage of our cloak. So when they shoot, which they will, we'll fire very quickly, and then cloak. And they're going to surrender. I'm going to say no. And we'll wait for our cloak to dissipate. That'll give us another dual laser shot, which we can very quickly offer up on their shields. 2 misses is the worst thing in the world right there. We may end up taking some more damage here, actually, as a result of that double miss, which I'm not very pleased about. Of course, they hit us, because otherwise that wouldn't be fair to the game. Can we just land 1 beam shot instantaneously? Yes, okay, that was close. Close to us taking more damage. We still would have succeeded, but that was not a great situation. We have to go to this one and then the exit, unfortunately, even though it's close to a sun, I think. No, it's an ion storm. So our shields might go out. That doesn't really bother me that much, to be honest with you, because we only have 1 bar of shields anyway. So do they, but we have a beam weapon. They have... Oh, they have a beam weapon. Alright. Disregard. Here comes the ion pulse. A little scared. Give it a second. Their beam's coming in. Just very quickly maybe do, like, one of these bad boys. And then cloak. It worked, I think. Now our cloak is offline. Oh, never mind. Our shields and our oxygen are offline. That's not great. But we can hit their weapons very easily. That'll take their weapons completely offline. Mini beam's about to come back. We will hit all of their rooms where it hurts. They're going to try to escape. They're going to give us a fucking glaive beam. Holy crap, yeah. We'll accept that offer. That's wonderful. A glaive beam is one of the best weapons in the game, no question about it. We should... Typically, you don't have combat at the exit, so I'm just going to go to the exit and we'll wait for our stuff to replenish here. Give them the requested 5 missiles, absolutely. 10 hull points repaired, that seems pretty nice. So let's look at this glaive beam, man. Requires 4 power, takes 25 seconds to charge. So what we actually could go for here is highest level possible of cloak. In doing so, we'll have not 25 seconds, but maybe like 15, which gives us a good opportunity to get the glaive beam charged. And then it cuts through so many bars of shields, but we need to have like 1 more weapon that also allows us to get through shields. It's a weird situation. We're gonna keep it, but I think for now we might emphasize cloaking. And what we'll do is we'll pick up 2 bars of that and 1 bar of reactor power, and just by depowering our engines a little bit, we can get this happening. We need to obviously upgrade our weapons a little bit more. We're gonna head to Zoltan homeworlds, because the NG homeworlds are more likely to have drones, I believe. That's what I was told, so this is okay. We are on... Yeah, we're gonna go this way. If there's a ship, that's not a bad thing. I do want to find a store, obviously, though. Alright, so they have 1 laser and some drones. That looks like it's either a boarding drone, it's an anti-personnel drone. Disregard me. I don't know what I'm talking about, apparently. The hull laser fires 2 shots. Possible effect, breach, 2 times damage on systemless rooms. The dual laser and weapons are a little better. We don't need to cloak here, because they don't have the power to take us out. Which is wonderful by my standpoint, if you ask me. Pretty silly by their standpoint to engage me, I would say, but whatever, that's their choice, I suppose. Let's see if we can hit those rooms. Alright, weapons, shields, doors, completely offline. That means dual lasers are going to come in on something like the oxygen. They're already going to have like 0% chance to dodge. Mini beam can tear up their piloting and drone system. Yeah, it can hit both. They're going to give us... They're giving us so much fuel, I can't not accept. Let me put it that way. If they gave me more scrap by killing them, that would be great, but I need more fuel at this point. We are going to participate in the Zoltan study. That gave me some good scrap. It's very difficult for us to chart a course out of this fucking area, but So far, it's not going too badly. We'll go to this one over here. And again, we only have 3 fuel left. Every time we end up in a situation where we get nothing, it's really bad for us. So they are going to board us here, it looks like. There he goes. The Mantis is going to board us. So we should close up shop. And if you are in a room that... we're going to open, like... This is what I'm getting at. We're opening all doors unless there's people in them. So this is going to remove or at least lower the chance that the Mantis is going to be able to dock in a room that will scare us. The other thing we could do is just, when he's about to come over, we'll just cloak, which I just did. So he can't teleport over here. This will give us a chance to actually get those rooms fully deoxygenated. There we go. And now we will dual laser the shields, which we often do. And now the NG's coming in here. That looks real juicy, but we can get weapons. Oh, we can almost get weapons, shields, and oxygen. There we go. Weapons, shields, oxygen, and an empty room. Even better. Now he's gonna have so much stuff to repair. He's not gonna know what hit him. So we're actually gonna just send you into the weapons room for now. We'll let the NG take out our sensors. I don't give much crap about that. Let's be honest. Their ship is totally screwed. Look at it. We'll also take out their clone bay just so that they're even more frightened. And this mini beam will kill them. If I wanted to. Do I want it to? I kind of want them to teleport the Mantis back before I kill them. We'll see. Yeah, there they go. They're teleported him back. So now we can end their lives. Beautiful. That was a very elegant way of making that happen. And we got 2 fuel as a result. So, close all doors, open all doors. And in, like a split second, everyone can go back to the base where they belong. No, you are supposed to stay on weapons. So we'll save this up here. Okay. So far, so okay. We're gonna jump to this beacon, and then hopefully we'll get some scrap, and then we can jump to the store and see if we want something here. Zoltan, Peace Envoy. Hear them out. Added a quest marker to our map. Okay, so we got that really long quest, which I actually like a lot. Henrik Longquest, also such a great goaltender for the New York Rangers. These are rebels. They've intruded. Oh, it's just mind control. That's okay. If we cloak, I think they're screwed, basically. So I'm thinking we dual laser the weapons. Like so. We hit them once. That's good enough, because then we can do this. And maybe we can hit piloting as well to lower the dodge chance. Yes. And mind control will get hurt, which means we're less likely to take damage due to our own dude being kind of a ding-dong here. And then we'll just make sure to completely hurt their mind control systems. And the next mini-beam that comes in will kill them, no matter where it lands. So I'm glad we went through with that. 26 scrap, that's alright. The other things, not as important. And it looks like long-range scanners do allow us to skip over all these, like, solar flare bullshits. So I like that a lot. Page 2, no augments. They have an ion blast and a heavy ion. I kind of really like the idea. Let's go back to page 1 for a second. Is there anything else I want? Like, hacking seems like it could be really useful. If we hack their weapons, that gives us even more time to get a, a glaive beam out, for example. Crew teleporter could be useful. We do have 2 mantises, but that's not really the gimmick of this one, I think. I think I'm gonna buy that. In order to get through... If we hack... Okay, here's what I'm thinking. We buy the hacking. Then we can hack their shields while we're cloaked. And then it'll give glaive beam maybe the time it needs to charge up and just totally destroy them. I'm gonna buy it anyway. We're not using our drone parts for anything else. Obviously, at this point, we need reactor power. That has to happen. But having hacking seems really... It also is useful right off the bat, just to get our mini beam actually able to do something. But for now, we don't need it. We're probably going to end up selling this hull laser, I'll admit. But if I can save drone parts for now, that's fine. I think I might... I feel like I'm spreading myself a little bit too thin, but... So, 1 second here. They've shot, but I'm just going to mini beam quickly to hopefully get that out. And then, there we go. That actually worked out quite nicely. So, they've got a situation on their hands here. And fuck stealth weapons, because their shields are completely down. We don't want to give them a chance to recharge. So we'll come in and hit weapons quickly. And we're still shielded for quite some time. They're going to die on this engagement right here. They're going to surrender, and it's not a great offer, but I really need that fuel, so I'm going to take it. And fuck stores from now on. We absolutely need to get some reactor power so that our engines can still give us at least an adequate dodge chance. And as of right now, I feel like a pretty powerful ship, but things can obviously go desperately wrong. It's an NG ship. NG ships have drones. This will shoot down incoming missiles and hacking parts. And they have 2 bars of shields, which is, well, let's put it this way. It makes things difficult. Give it a second. They're going to fire both at once, so we'll cloak out of the way. And what we're trying to do here is just... I need to hit both shots like this. I know this is going to fuck with our stealth weapons. Then land shots on, maybe weapons. Can I hit piloting as well? Yeah, that's good enough. Alright, so that's at least going to take one of their weapons offline and completely ruin their dodge chance. The next thing we have to hit is shields, but they're going to repair weapons so quickly that I feel like we'll probably just end up in kind of a weird version of limbo here. So, good, we hit twice, and then we'll basically hit exactly the same way again. We are doing 3 to 4 damage every time we do that, depending on when their shields come back. So, it's actually working out just fine for us, for now, but that could change. One miss would throw out our equilibrium here. Alright, so last mini beam. This should kill them. That was actually much easier than I thought it would be, given that they had 2 bars of shields, which is very difficult for us to get around. Otherwise, this has gone pretty well, though. We've got a 3rd bar of cloaking up already. We can lose 2 missiles, 2 drone parts for reactor power. That's an okay trade, even though I do want drone parts as well. And you know what? Let's get our... there we go. We got back to full dodge chance for the amount of capacity we have. So we have to go to a rebel-controlled sector. Unfortunately, this has drones typically, and that's going to be a problem, but we'll make do. Stealth cruiser so far, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm enamored with it, but it's working out. We're on Sector 4 now, which is okay. We are on easy. We're certainly not having as easy of a time as we've had before. On that one, I decided not to fight the ship. Just take the scrap right off the bat. Free scrap works for me. On this one, we are going to fight the ship. So if they're going to cloak, I'm going to cloak. And I'm going to hazard to guess that my cloak is probably better than theirs. So now we can just wait until our lasers and mini beam are ready to fire and then take out all of their relevant systems. So we're going to hit up their weapon systems first, because that'll start a fire. Now they only have 1 laser. And I did that because mini beam can hit these other 3 structures. Sorry, 1 second. Mini beam can hit these other 3 structures, I think. Yeah, systems, I guess I should say. Thereby taking out all of the other relevant ones. So I think that's pretty good. They're going to fire 1 laser at us, no big deal. It missed anyway. And they're going to be dead very soon, because what can they possibly do? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. 21 for us, and a new NG crew member who is good weapon personnel. Substantially better than our existing Mantis, which is fine. Our Mantis can now become a shield personnel for us, and we'll make sure to save our layout here. Like so. Okay. Stores. I see a quest, but I don't see a store. I'm going to try to get to that quest as soon as possible, just in case we can get something incredible there. Alright, so we have another AI here. They've mind-controlled our Mantis. It's annoying. We could hack their mind-controlling system for the cost of a drone part. I don't think it's worth it. What I do think is worth it is... Well, what's going to charge up first? Their shots are mine. Mine by a little bit. So we're going to try to hit mind control on them quickly, because they have no shields anyway. And then we can actually mini-beam quickly and maybe take out their weapons before they get a chance to shoot all of them. Like so. Oh, does that even hit where I want? Nope. This will, though. So let's get ready to cloak. Good! That did take out some of their weapons. So we've just cloaked our way out of that one. And their mind control system is completely offline. This is fine. We'll hit their engines. And then when mini beam comes back... There we go. Too easy, actually. Now, this quest scares me a little bit. We'll see, though. And then we'll jump around here looking for a store to buy more fuel at. Fuel has been very scarce so far. Alright, you arrived at the location specified by the peace-loving Zoltan, but the only thing nearby is a rebel ship closing in fast. We found it. You're not getting away this time. Let's attempt to hail them. They open communications. I can't imagine there's anything you can say that will save you. The rebellion must destroy those that are still loyal to the obsolete Federation. Perhaps there could be reconciliation of our ideals without war. Our ideals are way too different. True progress can only be achieved without bloodshed. They have given us the Zoltan shield. So now that I've memorized, I guess, the proper way to handle that quest, that's really good, because that Zoltan shield is going to be super nice in addition to our existing systems. So I am tempted to go for like a 2nd bar of shields. That seems important. But with the Zoltan shield, let's send an away party. With the Zoltan shield, it seems less important. So I think I'm actually going to pump up weapons a little bit. Now, I need at least... We only have 2 bars of weapon power, which is nuts. So we need at least 4. So we'll get that done, and we'll get the reactor power to handle it. Now, what do? I would like to have, like, 4 plus dual lasers. So I would like to have 5 weapon power. So we can actually make that happen. And we'll depower our engines just 1. And then we'll go to our ship, and we'll take hull laser off, we'll take mini beam off, and we'll get glaive beam ready to go. So this is going to be a trial run of our our long-term strategy. Hopefully using something other than, yeah, we'll go around this way. Hopefully using something other than the dual lasers, but watch and learn, hopefully. A flushed and panicky rebel soldier is teleported aboard. The rebel who appears unarmed reportedly declares his peaceful intentions. It appears the rebel life has lost its charm. I'm going to reject his offer because our crew's already good. We don't need another crew member. We still need to fight them, though. So they're going to... If a hacking unit comes in, their defense drone will shoot it down. But here's my philosophy on things. We just cloak. Cloak right away. And we'll see if we can cloak long enough for glaive beam to get charged or near charged. And why is this important? Because if glaive beam can actually get charged by the time we come out of one cloak, dual lasers hit, takes out 2 bars of shields, and then it looks like it's not quite there, but it's close. If we could hack weapons, we could definitely guarantee it. Alright, so both of these shots need to hit. They didn't. They have a defense drone level 2 that also shoots down lasers. Let's see what the glaive beam can do. We're definitely going to hit weapons and ideally drones as well, and ideally engines as well, and ideally shields as well. I should be able to get through 1 bar of shields. And it does, oh lord. It might even get through 2 bars of shields, I'm not sure. We will not accept surrender, absolutely. With our Zoltan energy shield still up, there is no reason to accept surrender. The problem with the glaive beam is if you fuck up a shot, you know, life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high, because you never know when you're gonna go, right? I'm gonna try another experiment here, just because there's no way the ship is gonna beat us. And we're going to, we're just gonna use the glaive beam against basically 2 bars of shields. Well, let's use it against 1 bar of shields. We know it'll work. Okay, that's good. I do want to try using it against 2 just to see if it'll work. We got a small bomb there, which might be a good way to do something with our missiles. I don't know. And I'm starting to feel like we've got a very offensively powerful ship here, and we can stall long enough for the glaive beam to charge up, which is nice. Now, I didn't want to take that offer that they offered me there because we don't have very much fuel, so... This is bad. Hopefully we do run into a store right here. Otherwise, we're only going to have 0 or 1 fuel when we go to the next sector. Thankfully, not 0. I will, you know, there's no reason to repair damage in this case. So, here we go onto the rock-controlled sector with 1 fuel remaining, which is a shame because apart from that, I feel like this is going pretty well so far. There's a store right away. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm experimenting with a new format for FTL. I hope you've enjoyed the episode so far. We're going to call it here, and it'll be uploaded in 2 parts. The second part will be available no matter when you're watching this. They're going to go up at exactly the same time. Thanks for watching so far. I hope you've enjoyed the episode, and I will see you in the next part.